The Trash Coast or bust. Maybe we'll meet Alphys or Wally or Ickis or Oblina or maybe a few Stitch punks while we're there. It's not a dystopian wasteland if you have the right attitude. The world can be what you make it, with a little creative problem solving. Or maybe a lot.
Hyperion asks, what good is a gun that doesn't shoot where you point?
It sounded pretty good. Write that one down.
Accurate as you are. Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary needles?
New Haven first. Because in my own mind brain, this seems to increase my chances of that shop that's sometimes open being open. So about that sarsaparilla. By the way, do you have any Malawan Black Label? And look at that. It's closed. Bummer.
Yes, and his philosophy is tech plus ammo capacity equals I win.
Like I said, it made sense in my own mind brain.
Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
Hello, traveler. There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
13th most important planet within our interglobe dominion.
This DLC is best played on Playthru 2.5.
Not on Promethea.
Alright, sure got you right now.
Let's get our feet out of the dust.
DLC. Back in my day, we called them expansion packs.
Wow, you're not dead?
And we had to walk to school in the snow, uphill both ways. Oh, if only that was a masher. With barrel 5. What are the best Tediore weapons to use against Cromerax? Well, off the top of my head, I would say either a masher, of course, preferably a master equalizer with barrel 5, and cylinder type 2 or better, and body type 3 or better. 3 or 5. Or, alternatively, an SMG with a twisted barrel. Preferably also with a double shot accessory. Most especially if it's a savior. Otherwise you can just pair it up with a savior to maintain your ammo supply. Another equalizer. Probably a plain one. It's a plain one, all right. And it's built from the same parts as this one. Barrel 1, body 3, and a Type 1 cylinder. Good sights on that. Let's get a look at those sights. Put good functional sights on everything from now on. You can have different styles of sights. Just make sure they all line up right. Make sure that they exist and they line up right. Hasn't yet been transformed into a machine pistol. But once I max this out, it might just function like that. I might respec. I meant to do that.
Ah, excellent.
Buy an Atlas, and you too can see what it feels like to hold the power of the gods in your hands.
I don't know. It has a chintzy magnifying lens type scope, Type 1 sight. Merchant of Death.
Pleasure to be doing.
Still not exactly a machine pistol. I know that's really the sort of thing that the Gunslinger Com does. Turns repeaters into machine pistols and turns machine pistols almost into game killers.
Step right up.
Keeping what I've got. Best part middle, best part right side.
Just tell me if you need anything.
And now I'm starting to see a difference with my revolvers. 7-shot. That fire lingered.
Look at you should do more than just explode. Customize your grenades with a new mod today.
Back to the topic of creative problem solving. What would you do if you were tasked with building a sustainable settlement in a dystopian wasteland environment? Would you be able to marshal the aptitudes of all sorts of different people to the cause of civilization building? And in that capacity, what would you become? Would you be a liberator or an oppressor? Would you be a reformer or a tyrant?
If he took more than one shot, you weren't using a Jacobs. Get your mans here.
Lawful good is lawful great for the people, not the state.
You can be of service to my talent.
That's the wrong attitude, you. The way you should phrase that is, we can combine our talents.
Some talk that certain employees have been embracing weapons not manufactured by the Jacobs Corporation for their elemental modifications. Need we remind ourselves of the company motto? If it ain't a Jacobs, I'd rather be dead. Please lead by example.
Well, it is possible to get through this entire DLC using only a single high-quality Jacobs weapon. Preferable choice would be
Dr. Ned gave me the following award this year.
something of a multi-projectile persuasion with the XX material type, combined with some means of ammo regen. Good sights on that. Good barrel, too.
Assuming you're strong enough to hold one.
And assuming you wanted to go all Jake.
We were betting on whether or not you'd survive and make it back. I had 3-to-1 you'd be zombie nugget. Hey, man, I can't trust your shit.
Mordy and Roland could both do that.
Do deadly to a zombie.
Roland with Commando Com combined with good quality Jacob shotgun.
Everybody's doing the claptrap. Ninja kicking zombies for the thrill. Chicks and shorties up my grill. But your lifetime.
Morty with a sniper com and probably a skull masher. Double X skull masher.
You don't need to be a better shot. You just
The skull masher is at its best with the double X material type. Well, that's true for all Jacob's legendaries, all Jacob's guns in general. But only if they're multi-projectile. Masher, skull masher, shotguns. Are you open this time? Of course not. Guess I'm just asking too much. A ceiling fan with no ceiling. Come on. I knew it. I knew I wouldn't be able to get away from him. The moment I saw that Bloodwing had failed to kill him, why do I bother using you, Bloodwing? What am I stuck with? Again, what am I stuck with? Junk. Just ordinary scenery. The moment I saw that Bloodwing had failed to rip that guy to shreds, I knew he'd pull out his Kama Crazy Warboy bomb. And I knew that some other dolt would get in my way, so I wouldn't be able to aim at him and shoot him with my masher. I knew that would happen. So I knew I wouldn't be able to take him out fast enough. Oh, there's a firearm. It's a major award. Hoosiers represent.
Just not cool enough for you? Get a BL1 and lights
That right there is the sort of thing you need back in the arid Badlands. If you have a level 15 corrosive revolver of that quality, built from high quality parts like that, you can pretty much trample upon the entire arid Badlands at your leisure. Mo and Marley will stand no chance against you. If you need to fight corrosive skags, you can use anything else at your disposal.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary needles? In a world of no guarantees, you can always count on Marcus gloves.
Skip the last 20 seconds.
If you need healing, step right up. Someone always has the upper hand. Make sure it's you.
Now put this on here, and what else? Maybe this. Kind of an odd arrangement here. Not expecting much from this repeater.
Feel it! Did that hurt?
Yeah, you can appear out of nowhere. It don't make me no never mind. This is only good against mooks. Well, I don't know.
You like that?
I certainly wouldn't use it against the boss unless I just wanted to draw the battle out for a long time, like if I wanted to add music. If I intentionally wanted to make a battle against any particular enemy just seem more interesting.
That hurt.
Especially if it involved droids.
Trophy from my wall.
And I I spliced some Jesper Kid music in there. Like, by the way, his full name is Jesper Kid Jacobson. Gotta wonder if maybe that's where they got the idea for the brand name Jacobs. I've been a Jesper Kid fantard since like 1993, ever since Subterranea on the Genesis.
What? You like that?
Ha! Zone sportsmanship style. Okay, this repeater is kind of making me wish I had bought that one. Don't give me a level 22 white out of a red chest this far into the game. Don't insult me like that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that level 31 Tediore repeater with barrel 5 and these perfect sights. That was at that shop at Jacob's Cove. I kind of wish I had bought that. Even though there was nothing special about it except that it had barrel 5 and perfect sights. Sights on top of, I guess, what you could call a vent rib. You don't typically see vent ribs on semi-automatic pistols. Or select fire pistols, for that matter. You typically see vent ribs on revolvers. There are exceptions, of course. For example, the Wildy. Or the original AMT Automag. They don't make them like that anymore. Those are collector's items now. Once something like that goes out of production, oftentimes it'll become a collector's item. You know, like the Atlas Silver. Imagine if that thing had the mouth parts of a bobbit worm. Am I stuck on it? Nothing. Alright, I do believe I need full auto capability here. So I should put that there. And maybe also this. Haha, denied. I am not going to let this thing take a dump on me. You are not going to take a diarrhea dump on my ear. Or in my ear. Or anywhere near any part of it. Why did the Guardian Angel think that would be such a challenge? By the way, if you didn't already know, yes, if you position yourself just right and attack this thing in its rear, it will take a dump on you. And I'm pretty sure it's corrosive. That's correct. That's kind of grody, so I never let it do that to me. Not that I'm hypochondriac or anything. Grody guts. I'd hate to think that this thing is actually still alive, but it does appear to be breathing. I'd rather just put it out of its misery. I guess we could say it's just nerves. Its brain is dead, but parts of its body are still alive, and that's why it appears to be still breathing. At least that's what we can tell ourselves. So we won't get the willies. Did you ever see that movie, The Willies? It's a kind of 80s movie from the 80s that could have only come out in the 80s. And I don't know why you can't kill that dragon rack. Fire-breathing rack. Is that ever explained? Haha! You go squish now. And if this sends them flying or blows them to bits like that, just imagine what a Jacob's double X masher would do to them. It would literally send them flying up into the sky. Speaking from experience here. But it's exceedingly rare to find a Jacob's revolver of any sort, masher or otherwise, that has a good enough body to give it a fire rate that's good enough to make it worth using. Unless you're playing as Mordy, because Mordy has skills and class mods that can override the inherent weaknesses of Jacob's revolvers that have low quality body types. The same way Roland has skills and class mods that can override the weaknesses of S&S machine guns that have body 2 or body 4. Which can also be overridden if they're built from better than average material type. Like material 2 or material 3. What good did that do you?
Nothing like a challenging kill.
Wasn't that challenging? Yes, I'm quoting Axton. I'm quoting Axton in response to Mordy. Borderlandsception.
Get your mans here. The Crimson Lance got nothing on my weapons.
this one first. Increase my chances of scoring a critical hit. Alright. Now, bleeder is right over there. And there's a clappy right over here. Ha! Designated marksman Mordy. Pistolier. Pistols are for posturing, buckshot is for burying. Did people actually say that in Old West times? Don't waste my time with level 22 garbage. At least it's green. I've talked about this before in past videos on my old channel, but up until rewatching some Baru and Gathalion videos, I used to think you had to follow this pipeline from the beginning, way over there, in order to get the repair kit that's up here. Rock climbing. This method saves some time. Where's Bleeder? Wasn't expecting you to come out. Thanks for staying basically still for me. Home sweet home. I grew up in a lake resort town in northeast Indiana. So
What, you didn't like that?
I just realized maybe that's why I like Stalker and Borderlands so much. There's so much familiarity here. Like in the Stalker games, especially with mods, every time I see willow trees, like in Lost Alpha, or water sausages, and by that I mean cattails, in the Dark Valley, for example, it reminds me of my hometown. Nothing to reveal here.
Ooh, but check me out.
If I recall, I'll acquire the Queen Abdomen. And then Scrappy. And then the abdomen swap part. So come on. This has barrel 3. I expect more. Seven-shot revolvers. I have one of those.
Somebody cover me!
Taurus 627 tracker. Seven-shot 357 Magnum. Matte stainless finish. 4-inch ported barrel. Pebble grain grip, adjustable sights. I know a lot of people don't like Taurus. But I got a good deal on it, so there's that. How's that for a Tediore mentality? At least I'm not a FUD. And at least Tediore isn't a FUD company, and neither is Jacobs. Jacobs might have sort of a traditionalist ethos, but that doesn't make them FUDs. Since a lot of their guns are excellent boss kill weapons. A FUD company, I mean, if there was a company with a FUD mentality, then they wouldn't bother to make such excellent boss killer weapons.
That hurt?
Why are certain people demonizing the AR-15 nowadays? Well, we always hear them pose this question, why do you need an AR-15? Well, the real question is, why don't you? It's the ultimate jack of all trades rifle. Literally does anything you need it to do. If you need a heavier or lighter caliber than typical 5.56 or 223, you can just swap out the upper and the barrel, and oftentimes you'll be able to load multiple calibers into the same Stanag mags. That's how versatile it is. Stoner and Sullivan were savvy guys. They knew what they were doing. Eugene Stoner and L. James Sullivan. I'm always getting stuck on scenery. Not so frivolous tactical relay. Good maniacal cackle. Overconfident on my part. Overconfident in my little gun against the big mom. This is what I should use.
Another trophy from my wall.
That sloughing sound. Grody. I found a squash bug in the bathroom today. I didn't kill it. I don't kill that which doth not harm. I'm getting thirsty. I need another drink. I'm gonna go rectify that. Be right back. I'm back. And I've got another drink. Throat still feels dry, no matter how much I drink. Maybe it's from breathing in the fumes of this endlessly burning garbage trash. Anyway, this is the area where I would normally hop up on here and then follow this pipeline all the way back down there. to get the repair kit for that clappy. It doesn't add a whole lot of time, but it does add some. Not that I'm a speed loader, but you already knew that. Pretty sure there's a skag pile over here next to these huge cactoids. There isn't. There is, yeah. Personally, if you ask me, they should have stashed a chest back here. At least a white chest. Denied. How much stuff do I have? 15. And none of it is any good. Not including the stuff that was already part of my regular arsenal. Cactoid. This kind of place really would be a scientist's wonderland. Deny. Your gun sucks. But it's a white label level 22 Teddy. Called it. Well, of course, I knew it would be that because he was level 27. Right? Pretty sure I saw that. So he wouldn't have a level 31 gun, and I don't think I've been finding level 31 stuff. If I recall, there's a red chest right there. Yes. Two whites in a red chest. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of screw you. A bottle of screw that noise. Where are you, Scrappy? Scrappy! This is what that line references in Borderlands 2. And yes, when you get back to Crazy Earl, he does reference Scrappy Doo. Another red chest.
Satisfaction abounds.
A blue and a perp. That's more like it. Never mind the fact that I can't make use of it, at least it's blue and purple. And did you notice that sniper rifle is underscoped? By that I mean it has a Type 1 scope and a Type 5 barrel. That's the kind of accuracy I like. I'm not one to say sniper rifles are for chumps. That's the flavor text for the Jacob Striker. But I don't know, I like to make use of everything. Variety is so important, as Gortys herself says. Possibly a bit optimistic. Nah. This isn't a Cobra. It doesn't have barrel 5. It has barrel 4. The most powerful barrel. Also the third most accurate. That's what I like to see. Somehow I managed to get the muzzle jump to work with me. I'll get back to you. Bigger fish to fry for the moment. He almost chambered a jump, but he was denied. I would not build my hut on the edge of a cliff. This thing is really hard to stun. For some reason. I mean, what's so special about him? About it? It's called a king, but for all we know, it's... You bastard. Do I hear a turret? Or a combat rifle that sounds like a turret.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Combat rifle that sounds like a turret. Stomper, maybe it's a Tediore Stomper that I can actually... It won't be a level 31 though. Maybe it's a doll Stomper. Stomper. Stomper with body 4, hence 7.7 fire rate. Best part in the middle right there. Why is it level 19? Why this part in the game shouldn't it be level 28?
Feel it! Did that hurt?
Won't get anything that's level 31.
Don't mind if I do.
Style points. I know I've mentioned this before in the past, but it's worth reiterating. Why can't there be such a thing as an elemental combat rifle that procs reliably per burst, like every third round? And why can't there be such a thing as an elemental pounder that procs per shot? If, after all, explodey sniper rifles proc per shot.
That hurt?
And they don't even have to be legendary to do so. Revolvers proc per shot regardless of make, model, level, label color, elemental rating, or parts. Elemental carnage guns, regardless of element, always proc per shot. So why can't we have a pounder that does the same? Well, because that would make it purposeful. And for whatever reason, they don't want it to be purposeful. They want it to be random. But even the randomness is random.
What, you mean like that?
Otherwise, why would there also be examples of reliable weapons that function reliably? Is that everything? I think it is. It's what I'm saying is what I'm getting at is it's not fair to the pounder.
Your grenades should do more than just explode. Customize your grenades with a new mod today.
Really? Alright, which of these should I turn in first? I'll work my way down the list.
If you need healing, step right up.
Ha! You jumped over my shot. That cheeses me off. A phrase I learned from The Simpsons. Ha ha! How did I manage to shoot past that one? Skag pile that appears out of nowhere. There's Scrappy.
What you want? What you want? Don't you hurry back.
Probably the most dangerous type of proximity mines for the player to actually use are electric ones. because oftentimes you can kill yourself really easily with them. Time to go get the nailer and the patent, neither of which I can actually use.
First aid kit. You won't regret it.
No need to check any of the chests here because I'm pretty sure the highest level of stuff that can appear in them is level 28. And there's only this shop. I'm not even sure if this shop ever has level 31 stuff in it.
And honestly, what else do you need?
What are you bringing me in all this crap for? Stalker reference.
The SNS philosophy is tech plus ammo capacity equals I win.
I know I shouldn't bother checking that red chest up there, but I have to, since it's close anyway. That doesn't contradict what I said previously, because I don't have to go, don't have to wander all over BFE, if people still use that expression. Unending firepower. Literally. It's called the Equalizer in reference to Samuel Colt. Good sights on that. Good sights on that. In fact, I think that also has the same barrel as this repeater. Not sure what barrel type it is. Should I bother to check that red chest down there out of curiosity? Just to see if there's a ledge.
So you want me to share, huh?
No comment. Don't bother using elemental weapons against spider ants. Multi-projectile weapons are where it's at. Well, not necessarily. Spiked shotguns and mashers. Well, they're just plain fun. I hear another one. Bernie, go nuts. Speaking of Bernie, did you see the Bernie short? Just a moment. The Bernie short that accompanies Wally. Accompanies Wally, I mean the movie, not the character. Bernie never actually meets Wally. He just waves at him. Or rather, I should say Wally waves at Bernie. I recommend watching Wally with the commentary by Andrew Stanton. He also directed the movie adaptation, rather I should say the most recent movie adaptation of what was it called? The Chronicles of Mars. I can't remember what it's called now.
Don't be shot out, come on, catch a ride. Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary needles?
John Carter. For some reason, the name that kept popping up in my mind brain was John Spartan. But that's Demolition Man. And I know why I was thinking that too. Because we're practically living in the world of Demolition Man now. In which case, I guess you could say I'm basically Edgar friendly. Wall-E, Idiocracy, and Demolition Man. Some of my favorite movies.
Get your mans here.
Where were you when I needed you, level 31 shield? That was a long second. Did you notice that? 117?
If the vault is real, you'll be able to...
Maybe the second was a long second. And by the way, insert Trancers reference. Every time I say long second, that's a Trancers reference. 117, of course, that reminds me of John 117 from Halo. John Carter, John Spartan, John 117. Well, John is the most common name, isn't it? And specifically the J-O-H-N spelling of John. I need to get my acid up in here. .3 fire rate. That's not bad considering this revolver has body 1. Body 1 usually has a fire rate of 1.0. No real need for me to farm or grind here. Because only the shops will have level 31 stuff. See, a blast pounder. Now, if this thing could proc per shot, it would be useful. So why couldn't they make that happen? This has two of the best parts. Best part left side, best part in the middle. Tired of these guys spazzing out on me. Dull shield. Switch flavor. Do dull shields protect against zombie vomit? I've never tested that before. Dull shield with at least one of the best parts. Best part left side.
Wanna shoot a lot of bullets really fast? Vladov has your needs covered.
After I rescue that claptrap, another claptrap will appear in this garage type place over here. Right around here. What good did that shield do you? That physical shield, literally a shield, and what good did it do it? Someone's got a shield breaker shotgun, I do believe. Popsicle. Torque force, not forceful enough. Did you see the accuracy on that?
You're not dead?
They hate music. Who else do we know who hates music?
See you next time.
If the Lance are taking an interest in what we're doing, then things just got a lot more dangerous. For you, not for me. I'm safe and sipping a nice chamomile. They know the legend of the Vault too, and it is unlikely they will simply let you walk in unopposed and cheerful. Also, I have butter cookies.
Chamomile. I prefer Red Singer. Well, I like chamomile, but if I have to pick a favorite tea, Red Singer is my fave.
If he took more than one shot, you weren't using a Jacobs.
All right. That's a pretty good shotgun right there. See that white chest appear? That's a pretty good shotgun too. Doll, my most used brand. At least I think it is. These are about evenly matched. The body types are different, but not obviously. A fire rate of 1.1 and 1.2, those are both serviceable. This has barrel 3, this has barrel 5. Barrel 5, best accuracy, but also a penalty of 7 pellets instead of 9. But only on a combat shotgun, not on an assault shotgun. turn back at once. Is that what he said? Make me.
400% more. Awesome.
You are in a position unsuitable to give orders. I haven't found a suitable Tediore shotgun in a long time. I still don't have a level 31 shotgun that's actually worth using. Desperate men.
Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me.
I don't have to worry about me shooting you. Let's see how much time is left on the shots. Roughly 5.5. The rest of the game should go pretty fast, especially compared to Arid Badlands.
When you get my machines and their scary needles.
Here's an example of a 3-line blue that I would actually buy just for the ammo regen, if I didn't already have something better. If I wasn't doing Tediore Allegiance, that is. I'll get the salt flats on the map before I call it, but first I'll go on a shopping spree.
Those guns absorb a lot of recoil, allowing you to stay accurate throughout the fight.
Barrel 4, barrel 5. But it's not an intense Cobra. I want an intense Cobra. Look at the 18-round mag. Good barrel, good scope, bad body, bad stock. And there's a red Cobra.
First aid kit. You won't regret it.
That's right. I already pillaged all the cash. Cash boxes, lockers, and such. Here's an example of a pounder that's actually good. Barrel 1, body 5, stock 1, sight 2. Don't really need that.
scary needles.
Do these teeth make my gums look fat?
T-Bone Junction, that's where I should have gone first. Didn't think about it till after the fact. I might not make it to this shop before the changeover.
It has been brought to the executive leadership of the Jacobs Corporation that certain anti-Jacobs propaganda has been circulating, proclaiming that we are somehow responsible for not supplying evacuation from the sudden fatal passing of 97% of the workforce. We would like to remind the surviving 3% that we are not
We were betting on whether or not you'd survive and make it back. I had 3 to 1 you'd be zombie night.
I made it. And look at that, another well-built, for the most part, well-built Hyperion combat rifle. Barrel 4, body 5. Some high-quality stock. I think that's stock 4. The only chintzy parts are sight 1 and the 12-round mag. If this had sight 2... and an 18-round mag, it would be really good and would pair well with this right here. Good sights on that, by the way. Skip the last 20 seconds.
Dr. Ned gave me the following awards this year. Most effective flat trap in life-threatening situations. Hottest performer of mid-80s breakdance fighting.
T-Bone Junction. This is where I should have gone first, before the changeover. Because this is where I'm more likely to find level-appropriate stuff. So what's on my shopping list? Well, I still want an intense Cobra built from good parts and with an 18-round mag.
Hello, traveler. There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
Going too slow.
Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
What is this, doll day? All these two thumpers.
Talk to you later.
Well, come on. Oh, come on.
Yeah. What is it? That'll do for
He's a
now.
real doctor when you get my machines.
Bombardier.
Scary needles.
something? I think we're done here.
Let's forget your rat.
I was at Jacob's Cove when the shops changed over, right? I'll check. Under Doom. Then I'll go get salt flats on the travel list.
Wanna shoot a lot of bullets really fast? Vladov has your needs covered. First aid kit. You won't regret it.
And let's
was an employee of mine, but I fired him for gross incompetence. When he left, he stole a fragment from me and punched my dog, which was the fourth and final part of the key. The fragment is part of the key, not my dog.
Hello! There are new missions available at the Middle of Nowhere Bounty Board.
Command's here.
yes. 5-line purple model 650.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines in there scary needles? Whether you are killing bad guys or exploring the unknown, you need a trusty gun by your side. Look at you roll.
Time for a nice, relaxing drive.
Here's what I'll do. I'll get the salt flats on my travel list and I'll go back to, I don't know why I spawned 2 vehicles. Force of habit. I guess I had half a mind of driving all the way back to the middle of nowhere, but why bother with that?
Step right up. The lads are the best armed mercs out there. You need something better.
Shoot them all!
And this will get the salt flat.
Come. Excellent. I've been looking forward to this. My men are impatient. But I shall savor this until your blood has soaked the sand and your carcass is nothing but food for Rack. Come get some.
Come get some. What could that be a reference to? Keep in mind that his signature weapon is called the Boomstick, and its flavor text reads, "Beyond groovy."
Hey, let's get you rolling, man. Cheap
Which it's not. Oh, no, ledge! Of course, it's one I can't use, but still a ledge.
Makes an easy-to-use gun. Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary needles?
Now, back to middle of nowhere before I get sidetracked and forget.
My guns shoot more lightning than the next leading competitor.
This is a level 31 Tediore that's actually useful to me. Well, no. It's a level 22. Of course, it couldn't be a level 31 Master with Barrel 5.
Jacob's guns do one thing really well. Power. And honestly, what else do you need?
Let me check something. Alright, there's part of me that wants to go ahead and do this. The salt flats. There's another part of me that wants to save it for next time, but tomorrow I have to go house sit and dog sit for some friends of mine, which I will be doing for a week. Keep in mind, that's relative to the time that I'm recording this, not the time that it gets uploaded. You know what I mean. Oh. I'll finalize my decision while shopping.
Hyperion asks, what good is a gun that doesn't shoot where you point? Get a gun that's as accurate as you are.
Oh, what's your favorite band? My fave is Oingo Boingo.
Greetings. I'm going to need a nuclear reaction to generate the 1.21.
1.21.
Hey, hello.
Is it gigawatts or gigawatts?
Doll makes guns for professional mercs. They're heavy, accurate, and effective. Assuming you're strong enough to hold one.
I don't like the wild crap. I don't think anyone does. I mean, what's the point? It's completely outmoded and outclassed by a double anarchy. Best part in the middle. During my Doll Allegiance run, all throughout Playthru-1, I only recall encountering 2 legendaries, the Wildcat and the Raven, and I didn't even bother with the Wildcat. I did use the Raven, though, but I didn't get as much use out of it as I got out of Stompers. Stompers were the mainstay of my arsenal all throughout my Doll Allegiance run. As Lil, who in my opinion can get the most use out of a Stomper due to her high velocity skill. Oh, I think I'll go for it. Trashing the coast and salting the flats. All in one episode.
Time for a nice, relaxing
A cactoid with an eye. I know that's not what that is, but it kind of looks like it. Bucket wheel excavator, just like Stalker, Call of Pripyat. Notice how I'm circling counterclockwise, NASCAR style. I figure it's only right that I do it that way, seeing as how I am a descendant of Appalachian moonshiners, who were, after all, the founders of NASCAR. Don't know if I'm descended from the specific ones who founded NASCAR. NASCAR was founded by just a moment. I should let my car heat. What do you intend to do, melee guy? Come on! Get away! Get away! I can't just jump out. So time consuming. Why do I keep getting stuck on pebbles and stuff? So sick of that.
Tediore is always the way to go.
For my Vladoff Allegiance run, I had 3 ledges on Playthru-1. The Vengeance, the Surkov, and the Mongol.
I see you beating a path to my door. How can I turn you away when you're so doggedly eager for death? Come in. Enter my humble abode.
I like the way he talks. By the way, his character model is based on Clint Eastwood.
Ain't like that?
How did I miss twice at that range? See, that's an example of how maybe you would prefer, under certain circumstances, a masher with barrel 2. So sick of barrel 1. There's barrel 5. Doesn't mean that's what will be on the gun that you get from this mission. It's just a representation of a barrel.
First aid kit. You won't regret it. Going up to the vault. Better arm yourself with the best.
Finish him. Finish him.
For my pound of flesh!
Am I salting the flats or flattening the salt? Body 3. Stock 5. Not sure what type of magazine it was. But if those were the actual parts that ended up on the gun you get, that would build an excellent machine gun. And it will most likely be Torg. I think. We'll just have to see. And I'm getting a phone call. Of course! Just a moment. I'm back. That was a scam phone call. So I told him to piss off. Whenever somebody calls you and the first words out of their mouth are, "Hello, is Lauren there?" That's a scam. If they ask if Lauren is there and you say no, you must have... If you say no or you must have the wrong number and they say, well, maybe you can help me, that's a scam. You tell them to piss off and die. I didn't tell them that. I just gave them a plain old piss off. But I really wish people like that would just kill themselves.
Good luck. See you next time.
Especially those who swindle the elderly. Remember that episode of South Park?
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary needles?
There was an episode of South Park that explored that concept. By the way, I've been an advocate of vigilante justice since I was a teenager in the 90s. That statement should not be construed as hate speech. I'm simply vocalizing a philosophical opinion. Not a political opinion, but a philosophical opinion.
So many to choose from.
What level was that? Tediore repeater I just picked up? It has a good barrel, but it lacks a good sight. Cruel. Let's see what's so cruel about it. Confusing amount of zoom. You don't need zoom with iron sight. If you can even call those iron sights. Get that masher back on there.
Guest, please make yourself at home. My men will be with you shortly. Never let it be said that the great Baron Flint is short on hospitality.
So if you disagree with me, instead of simply silencing me, thereby proving me right, why not instead try to convince me of why I'm wrong? Or at least vocalize your opposing viewpoint. I mean, you don't see me trying to shut anyone else up. Now, you always have to fight a bunch of psychos first, so be wary of that. They're the ones who can mess you up the most if you let them. What good did that do? I grew up in a neighborhood in which hooligans could destroy property, for example, wrecking mailboxes, and because they did it so often, the police couldn't really do anything about it. So I learned early on that the people need a people's justice. Otherwise, there's no justice at all. Get that thing out of the way. What am I stuck on? Nothing. Thick boys. Roids are not the way to go. Why are you spazzing out like that? What good did it do you? Running around all over the place. No direction, no strategic purpose to his movements. No tactical reasoning either. He must have been wearing an SNS shield. Stuck on nothing. Trying to strafe to my right, and I can't because there's apparently something in my way. Those rockets really can mess you up if they hit you. Looks like he's got a corrosive one this time. maybe vigilante justice isn't really the word I'm looking for. The term I'm looking for is actually something more akin to proactive civil defense. Wolfwood would agree with me, and so would Undyne. Oh. So irritating. That's what you get. Yeah. He's got a corroding one. Stuck on scenery. A corrosive doomstick, which makes me wonder, does it proc per shot? Because all the elemental carnage guns I've ever found, they always proc per shot.
Disobedience will cost you and the citizens of this planet dearly.
The Crimson Lance are about to make an unpleasant discovery and learn a harsh lesson. Oh, no, this wasn't supposed to happen. Stand by.
This is Commandant Steele of the Atlas Corporation Crimson Lance Starborn Brigade. Be advised, in preparation of upcoming special operations of the Lance,
D Company, 3rd Starborn Brigade.
Any attempt to circumvent our control will be met with punishment of death. Do not test me, or we may shut down the commerce grid as well. This is the only warning you will receive.
What the hell is going on? Has Steele gone insane? They're shutting down the ecosystem, and now we're getting reports of weapons fire all around Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
It's a war zone. Sanctuary is getting pounded out there. They're sending distress signals to anyone who'll listen. But if they shut down the Echo, I'll be unable to arrange for...
This is not how it happens. Can you see me? With the Echo network down, I can't see you. We're flying blind, friend. Our window is closing. The vault can only be opened every 200 years. If it isn't opened soon, your chance will be lost.
Alright, now that all the talkies is over and done with, I'll go ahead and put that right there. I'm not surprised if Tanis has an ulterior motive. Now let's see how these are affected. Still wouldn't refer to them as machine pistols. Or sort of machine pistols. Let's see. Mordy, you're up. That reminds me of Waterworld. What am I stuck on? Quit getting me stuck, please. Look what it did. Every time almost every time something goes wrong, it's because I got stuck on scenery. And that sort of thing still happens in Borderlands 2. So. Will it ever end? Who knows? Really? Really? "14 shots. Grenades. What did I get out of that red chest that the blue claptrap accessed for me? I don't even remember. That's how unmemorable it must have been. Yes. Come on, shield. Oh, he's got a doll shield. Boomstick. Beyond groovy, not really. 2.0 because it has body 5. If that was a masher, it would be awesome. And I'll go ahead and retire this. By the way, if you need to know how to get back, look at the direction of the bucket wheel excavator. The way to get back is basically that direction. So if you imagine it facing diagonally that way, the way you need to go is that way. I think. I have to see what that is, even though it's only green. I think I was basically correct. Why did I reload? I was pressing the use key. Of course, we all know. For some reason in this game, pressing the use key reloads. But only sometimes. And the sometimesness of it makes it nonsensical. see what I mean? About the angle of the bucket wheel excavator. So if you don't use this technique that I used, just drive in that direction.
Wanna shoot a lot of bullets really fast? Vladov has your needs covered. Get your meds here.
Well, that's a bummer. It's a model 660, but it's a 4-line purple instead of a 5-line purple. I'll go turn this one in. And then end this episode with a shopping spree. Torg Atlas. Ah. For some reason, I usually get a Torg.
That your gun just doesn't hold enough bullets? Then SNS has the solution. More bullets.
But it's white
All
label.
SNS guns have extended
Don't insult me. Was it a 28? It should be 28 at least.
Wanna shoot a lot of bullets really fast? Vladov
Yeah.
has your needs covered.
This time I'll do it right and go to T-Bone Junction first. I could go ahead and go to the back door so I can at least get it on my travel list.
Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
I meant to do that.
Hello, traveler. There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
This would be awesome if it had a better sight, or just plain old iron sights. That machine gun. Barrel 5, body 3, stock 5. That machine gun, barrel 2, body 5, stock 1. The parts that I found, going by the way they actually looked, would actually produce a machine gun that looked like that would look like that if it was based on the actual parts. Or it's like I said, they're just placeholders, representations.
What do you want? Spit it out.
Get your meds here.
That actually does have quick charge. But I want balanced stats. I don't want to sacrifice one for the other.
What is it?
I sure got you right now. version. You just need to shoot more bullets.
It doesn't fulfill any of my needs. It's got body 5, but also body 1. I mean, barrel 5, body 1. Is that what I said? Barrel 5, body 1.
Ah, first aid kit. You won't regret it.
I haven't found a single Tediore scavenger class mod this entire playthrough that was worth using. Yet I've come across plenty of pangolin scavenger class mods that would have been worth using. But you can't do a pangolin allegiance run.
I need your help with something.
There's been some talk that certain employees have been embracing weapons not manufactured by the Jacobs Corporation for their elemental modifications. We remind ourselves of the company motto. If it isn't Jacobs, I'd rather be dead. Please lead by example.
Aim for the head! That's where the pudding lives!
If he took more than one shot, you weren't using a Jacob.
That's pretty decent.
Everybody's doing the claptrap. It's kicking zombies for the thrills. Chicks and shorties up my grill, but you like kind.
Moderate fire rate, but times 4 Karate go nuts. I have the theme song to Weird Science stuck in my head.
Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and incredibly fast reload speed.
A Torg Carnage.
Easy to use gun.
Which is what the boomstick is.
Bullets really fast. Vladov has your needs covered.
If this procced per shot, it would actually be purposeful. Like a revolver. Now, I don't think this shop goes up to level 31. Let me check something. Yeah, I'll go get the back door on the travel list. Back to the Salt Flats. Then I might do one more shopping spree, and then I'll call it. Salt is probably still a valuable commodity in this world. The 29th century.
Are you about ready to get rolling?
Time for a nice relaxing drive.
So with a resourceful mindset, it would be totally possible to revitalize this settlement. This planet. There's a red chest over here, so of course I have to check it. Notice how my ammo regen has ceased because I jumped out of a vehicle, I think. Let's get that going again. Really? Come on, Barrel 3. I know you can do better than that. I mean, look. Barrel 1. Well, no, Barrel 1's not doing the job either. Oh, maybe it is. Wake up! Ammo regen. Twice I've had to wake you up. Why do you do that?
What do we have here?
Watch this. Vehicle 1 right there. An intense Cobra is what I really want. Barrel 5, Body 3, Stock 1, Sight 1, Chintzy 12-round mag. Thor Cave. Now, to round this out with a shopping spree. New Haven first, just to see if the one shop is open. And it is.
Is shooting bullets just not cool enough for you? Get a BL1 and light some people on fire.
Good barrel, bad body. 0.6 blood. Old Haven. Let's see if I can just get to the shop.
First aid kit. You won't regret it.
Best part in the middle.
Teach those lads guys a thing or two about firepower.
What? That should have taken 4 shots. If this was an intense cope, barrel 5, body 5, stock 3, sight 2. Only times 1. Well, he's got a machine pistol, probably a flat off. No, he's shooting from the shoulder. So maybe it's either a machine gun, probably a Vladoff machine gun, or possibly an SMG, but I can't really discern what kind without looking at it. I'm only judging by its fire rate. That's why I thought it was a Vladoff something or rather. Is it a Vladoff machine pistol? Yes.
And effective, assuming you're strong enough to hold one.
Screw you guys, I'm going home. I'm going home. If I had only said I'm going home, then that could be a reference to Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Salt Flats checked, New Haven checked, Old Haven checked. So from there I'll work my way up the list from Jake to Underdoom. Since I have plenty of time, I don't have to worry about checking the potentially best shops first. Potentially best being T-Bone Junction.
Thank you, valuable Jacobs employee, for your continuing patience during this transitional
Because at this point, that's where I'm more likely to find level 31 stuff.
Hey, hey, I pooped right where you're standing.
Something worthwhile?
Reliable, lightweight, and incredibly fast reload speeds. Tediore makes a...
Now see, why couldn't you put a decent sight on that? I could maybe check. Now, let's see, will I find level something level 31 in the item of the day slot?
Do me a favor.
Nope,
Buy
25.
first aid so that I won't have to fix you up later.
Turret's gonna have some fun.
Don't go falling in love with me, stranger. I've been hurt too many times. Bye, zombie.
Hold on just a moment. I'm back. Every time I hear stomping down the steps, I know somebody's going to barge in here and start talking, so it's one reason why I like to do old-fashioned Let's Plays, because I have more control over that. Just out of curiosity. Although I don't really need to, I could buy a level 40
Hello, traveler.
something.
There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
Come in, come in. Good damage, high fire rate, and recoil reduction.
Structurally superfluous scope. 18 round mag, but that's the only good thing about that. It's built entirely from Type 1 parts, and it's elemental, which means it's a piece of junk. I've already got a better. Or do I? Yes, it is better. Because times 2. And faster fire rate. Come on, don't pull this on me again.
You need something?
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary needles?
White label junk in the special of the day section. Don't insult me.
I sure got you right now.
What is on my shopping list? I should retrieve my electric revolver. No, I have that. I have that on me. I just haven't been using it. Because I have... Oh, of course. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Because I have that electric savior. Well, it's like I always say. Electric shield breaker weapons, revolvers are always the best. Always the most efficient. Because they proc per shot. And even one with low accuracy, like a Tediore with barrel 2, will still be more accurate than the average SMG. Unless, of course, it's an SMG with barrel 5.
Jacob's guns do one thing really well. Power. And honestly,
A scope, but no stock. If you took something like that to the range, you would get laughed at. Scope, but no stock. How insulting. I don't need it anyway because it doesn't have the intense prefix. Look how there's barely any difference in accuracy. 90.3 with barrel 3 versus 90.7 with barrel 4. The funny thing is, barrel 3 is usually more accurate than barrel 4, but look at the different material types. But are my eyes deceiving me, or are those actually different material types? Okay, this might be worthwhile. 581 and 95. Yes. Note, this has the best part in the middle. This has the best parts on the left and right sides. So if we were to splice these together, we'd have a perfectly parted shield. So it's a good thing I came here. Very slow health regen. Versus slow health regen. I haven't come across a level 31 panacea. Have I?
You can be of service to my talent.
The only panacea shield I've encountered so far... Wasn't that a level 13? And it didn't have good stats. Or did it have at least serviceable stats? I recall I had another shield that I used that had better stats. And I'd only switched to the panacea to heal myself more rapidly. And then switch back to the more standard issue Teddy shield that had better stats due to its better parts. Why couldn't that be a masher? Barrel 4.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines in there scaring needles?
Still don't really need this, but I like having it. I'll go ahead and stash this in case I decide that very slow health regen is just too slow. Everything is accounted for. Nowhere to go but forward from here. And the rest of the game should go pretty quickly. How should I arrange these? Fire. acid. Electricity and shotgun by your powers combined. I am Power Ranger. I wonder if I'll get my mitts on a level 31 Ranger comm anytime soon. Oh, looking good. I typically use an all revolver loadout for the end game. Not there yet, but I'll be using this to break the shields of Guardians. I'll be using this to melt Crimson Lance. I'll be using this to cook Crimson Lance that are wearing doll shields. And this I can use as a boss killer. Maybe I'll get a better one. Till next time, catch you on the flip side, and see you next mission, slams.